Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Stranger Things Giving, day 23, which makes this November 23rd, 2024. And yes, thank you for asking. I'm so happy you noticed. This is my new Steve shirt that I got today. I'm super excited about it, and I wanted to wear it and show it off to you guys. It was waiting for me today. I found this in the Netflix shop. So yeah, I was super excited. They had this one, and I got one similar to it that is the Eddie version. They did not have a Hopper version, which makes me very sad, because I definitely would have gotten Hopper. You know I love my Hopper. Yeah, so I have a Steve shirt. So happy. One day I'll find like a black Hopper shirt. One day. One day. I mean, I have the one where he was at the prison, but I mean, I would really like to find something like this, like with all the different Hoppers. That'd be awesome. So awesome. Anyway, hi. Man, what a day it's been. So I hope this was a great start to your guys' weekend. I know this is now Saturday. This was the end of my Friday. I worked all day. It's been quite a Friday for me. Just work-wise. I mean, nothing insane happened, actually. It's just been a really, really busy day at work. I am late coming to you guys again, just because I got home late, and I did not get to my squares early again, so I did those after I got home tonight, and then, came in to record and everything. Story of my life, story of the month, story of the last couple months, it seems like. But I did get everything like packed up and out to Bella, so I was very happy about that. I got it shipped out. I know last night when I was talking to you guys, I think I had gotten it packed up, but I got it shipped out, so I was quite proud of myself that I made it to the post office and got everything carried in by myself, and especially because it was like wet and rainy, and which I like that weather, but makes it difficult to carry in heavy packages, and I'm such a wuss. I'm such a wuss. No, but I was a little bit concerned. I didn't want to like drop them. I mean, I don't think anything would have been terribly damaged, but I still didn't want to just, how embarrassing, right? To be it was me carrying in these packages like this. How embarrassing. Anyway, all was well. I felt bad for the lady at the post office today, because I got there and there was a line with like probably like eight or nine people, and there's two windows. There's usually two ladies, and her co-host had gone home sick today, I guess, and left her all alone. I was like, oh no. On a Friday afternoon, that's awful. So yeah, she was one man showing it, and like she was doing a great job, for what she could do. Everybody of course had a bunch of different needs and stuff, so I mean, gotta do the best you can, right? But yeah, other than the working and such, I don't think I have anything fun and interesting. Like I said, I got my shirts in the mail today, and I worked, and that's really everything. I have no fun stories. Maverick's not even up, so I don't even have any entertaining Maverick stories for you. It's just been a nice peaceful day as far as at home. So I think this is going to end up being an actual, like, really quick one, you guys. Yeah. I have loved reading, like, what you guys do for celebrating Thanksgiving and the stuff that you guys are eating and cooking, because everybody's meals are the same, but a little bit different, right? Because, like, I noticed, like, my friend Nate swears by green bean casserole. He said it's not Thanksgiving without green bean casserole. And for my family, like, my grandma never made green bean casserole. So that's never been a thing for, like, and when I make Thanksgiving dinner, because I made it when I was married. I always made it because by the time I got married, my grandma, she hadn't made, like, the family dinners in a while. So, well, not in a while, but, like, I guess it was just kind of the time we were transitioning, you know. So I made them, and a lot of the times I made them at my house, but I would basically put everything in something to keep it warm, you know, and or the pans I cooked it in, and my husband and I, ex-husband now, just make that clear, would put them in, you know, keep them in the things and bring them over, whatever transporty things, you know, at the time, I don't remember, but bring them over to grandma's, and then we would have dinner there. And I mean, like, sometimes I would cook some things there, but, like, I remember my stove was just, it was electric, and my grandma's was gas, and it was just easier to cook at mine and take it over there. So that's usually what I did. Because I think I've told you guys that my mom was in a wheelchair, so it was easier for my mom and my grandma, after my grandpa had passed away, obviously, to stay at home, and then us come to them. So that's what we did, but I was still cooking the dinners. And then even after my mom passed away, and my grandma was still around, but she was in the nursing home. So, like, I would go visit her, but I would bring her, like, you know, maybe fix her a plate if the nursing home would let her have that. Some years they, like, depending on, my grandma had dementia, and as it got worse, there were things, because, like, at some point in time, which I didn't know until my grandma had it, but, like, I didn't know previously, but I know I'm going down a whole rabbit hole here. I didn't think I'd have anything to talk about, but at some point, I think it was when my grandma fell, and, like, she'd fell, and I don't think she had an actual, like, hip replacement or anything, but she did have a stay in the hospital because of her hip. And while she was there, she had to have a feeding tube, because literally her body forgot, because of the dementia, her body, like, the way they explained it to me, was her body forgot how to eat. It just forgot. Eventually, it remembered, but it was very odd. She remembered the mechanics of eating, but after that, it's like she forgot what food she liked to eat. Even after, like, she would try something, she'd be like, oh, that's really good, as if she had, like, never had it before, which that part's understandable. And then I guess it's all understandable, but, like, she would then eat it, and while she's even holding it, she would, you know, like there'd be the bite taken out of it, and then she would be like, I don't know if I even like this, you know. But she just, yeah, like, food was one of the main things that her body focused on forgetting. And the fall had nothing to do with eating. Like, she didn't hurt any part of her digestive system. She didn't hurt her mouth. Nothing in there was healing or anything. It was her hip. She didn't even fall going to lunch, or it wasn't like a trauma thing or anything. I think she fell like getting out of her bed or getting into her bed or something. But that happened to be what her body just forgot. So after a while, I didn't bring plates with Thanksgiving, but that didn't mean to take like a darker, sadder turn. The point was the cooking of the food. Let's rewind that. But my grandma, when she was cooking, was the point. She never made. She made basically the stuff that I make. Like, so it's where I got it from. Because I know a lot of people, like some of you guys mentioned making ham or ham and turkey. Like, obviously turkey, you know. I shouldn't say obviously. Like, I've known people who've only made ham for Thanksgiving, which was, to me, odd. My grandma would make, like, our family would make turkey for Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas, usually also it was turkey, but sometimes it was turkey and ham, but we always had turkey. Maybe it's because I didn't like ham. And I don't think my mom liked ham. Yes, she did. I don't think we would have just not had ham because of me. Maybe my grandma just didn't feel like me. I don't know. We always had turkey. I know my grandparents both liked ham. I guess my grandma just felt like ham or turkey was the holiday food, you know. But anyway, she made the vegetable side dishes, and stuffing was always a yes, and mashed potatoes and gravy were always a thing. But like casseroles were never a thing with my grandma, and several people have mentioned that. And like I said, my friend Nate swears by it. He said, like, if anything is a dish at Thanksgiving, it's got to be the green bean casserole. And in fact, he makes it. And my friend Brian used to say that it's got to be cornbread. Like, he makes the cornbread for his dinner at his family get-togethers. And like with David, his mom always makes sure to have mashed potatoes specifically for him. Like specifically for him. I mean, he'll share. But she didn't even know, like, basically when we got together, if I liked him, or like, they don't care. Like, his parents don't care if they have them. And she didn't even know if I liked them, but like they were made because David has to have them. Like, they're a staple for David. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, it's just funny. And I liked hearing about what you guys, you know, find to be like the necessary things, you know. And like, my grandma was different for desserts too. Like, she would make pies, but she always made fruit salad. Well, I don't know if you'd call it fruit salad, because she always made, she would cut up grapes and apples. Grapes and apples and bananas. I'm trying to remember, because there was like little 5-year-old Heather was always watching her make this. She'd cut up grapes, apples, bananas. There's something else too in there. And then she would also do marshmallows and Cool Whip, and mix that up. Like, I almost want to say dates, but I don't think they were dates. But there was something in there that she would cut up with it. I have never seen anyone else make that, and I wish I could remember what else she put in that. Because I would make it, because, like, everyone in my family loved that. Including me. But I don't remember what the other ingredient was that she put in there. I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway. And then, yeah, she would make like apple pie and pumpkin pie. And one year she made a peanut butter pie. I remember that. Because that was the bomb. I never knew peanut butter pie was a thing until my grandma made it. I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter pie since either, but it was really good. Anyway, talked quite enough about food. I'm not even like one of those people that really talks a lot about food, really, but I guess I just find it fascinating what everybody does with I guess because Thanksgiving is like a day of food, you know? So I find it fascinating that everybody does things just a little differently. Anyway, sorry. My mind at 5 a.m. is a different entity of its own. All right, I promised you a shorter video today, so we'll do a shorter video today. Let's talk about squares. I'm really glad that you guys liked the Vecna squares from yesterday. I really like these. I really do. And I really like today's squares too. I'm very proud of today's squares. Today's squares, I fretted over the guitar. If you don't follow guitars, you're gonna be like, what is this crazy lady talking about? Anyway, it's a guitar joke. Eddie's guitar was the inspiration for this. Here's a picture of Eddie's guitar. I love Eddie's guitar. I think it's beautiful. I would very much love to have Eddie's guitar. Or the tiny Eddie's guitar. I don't care. I'm not picky. I really would like the life-size version, though, someday when I'm rich. I cursed myself for putting that in the cauldron to pick from, because I was like, what were you thinking? Because aside from doing just black and red, what were you thinking? You don't have any, like, I know there's that Hobby Lobby yarn that is red with black speckles, which may or may not be discontinued. Either way, I don't have it. It's certainly not in my scraps. Even if I wanted to bust open a new skein, which I'm not opposed to doing, but I don't have it. I don't have it at all. What was I thinking? I have nothing like that. So I was debating on, what do I do? Do I do like maroon and black and have it be kind of like the Vecna square? What do I do? And in the wee hours, this is why I didn't have any done before work and I had to work on it later. In the wee hours of the morning, it hit me that what I had, and I did kind of hate to bust into this, just because, A, you can't get it anymore. B, these are one of the yarns that I am still hoarding up because they're very dear to me. But I did it anyway because this project is very dear to me. My Halloween yarn. My last year's Halloween yarn from Joann's. I busted into it. This is the Vampy Reds, I believe. Yep, Vampy Reds from Big Twist Value. I do have some other skeins of it, but I was not trying to make this a floppy skein yet. just because, like I said, I already know I can't get any more of it, and I figured I would want this to be a blanket of some sorts, probably mixed with something else, but I knew I would want to do something with it. Let me just say, like, I know that I'm a really big fan of Big Twist Value yarn anyway, because I already know that it's really soft. But whatever, for some reason, whatever they did to this yarn is soft. This yarn is really soft. I just thought I would add that because it is real soft. But I used that because the black and red on Eddie's guitar, I know there is some brownish gray in here, but I still thought that would work pretty well for the speckling on his guitar. And I'm pretty happy with what I got. Because honestly, I wasn't going to do any better, you guys. Aside from taking black and red yarn and literally switching every other color throughout the square, I don't think I was going to get any closer to like an homage to the surface of this Warlock guitar. But here's what I got. And I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. I don't know what your opinion will be. I hope that you like it. Like, I mean, I think the square is pretty regardless. Like, I think it's beautiful. I think the black stands out right here and in the corners. But I do think the spots obviously show through. I think the back side also, you know, it shows pretty well the different specklings. It's almost like red camo, almost. I really like it. And like I said, I think that's the closest I was going to come to the body paint of the guitar. So I hope that you see my vision because I'm pretty excited. Like I was going to do just this part and let this be red also, but I thought that was overkill. That you get the picture. Without trying to do the actual neck. It wasn't going to be straight anyway, doing it that way, so just going to leave it the way it is with that, but yeah. So I like it. I'm a fan. Probably shouldn't say I'm a fan of my own work. It sounds conceited, but I am a fan. I like the way it came out. I'm very happy with it. I made a second one the same. But there they are. And it's definitely going to make a contrast with the rest of my blanket because, like I said, I busted into this brand new just to have Eddie's guitar. Eddie! I do love me some Eddie. Completely differently than Stephen Hopper, but I love me some Eddie. So, there are my squares for Eddie and his guitar. So, let's pick a new one, and I will let you guys get on your way and enjoy your Saturday. This is Saturday before Thanksgiving, right? One thing I forgot, I have to check my schedule and make sure that they honored my request, but I took off Black Friday, so I will have an extra day off this week. I do this weird thing where every year I take off on Black Friday because I keep telling myself I'm going to go, I don't know, get a head start on Christmas shopping. I'm going to go get the good deals on Black Friday, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, the first couple years that David and I got together, we did do that. And then after that, it was a stay at home in your pajamas kind of day. A lot of the times David has to work anyway. So no, I don't. I fool myself and I stay home. And probably that's what's going to happen this year. And I'm cool with that. So I'll have an extra day to work on stuff at least. That's a plus. I'll have a day to sleep. I could sleep. Anyway. just thought I would mention my happiness because I realized that today. I was like, oh my gosh, this week coming up, I might have an extra day off. Well, actually, no, I won't have an extra day off because our place is closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving, but that's my normal day off anyway. So it doesn't really help. It's like, great, thanks. All right, this one seems good. What do we get? Color-wise, I think this is fine. I'm not like, oh my God, what did I do? I am like, do you remember when I was like, what the heck? Because, where was it? I was like, why did we get Snowball Dustin? And then we got Season 4 Dustin. And then directly after that, we got the Snowball itself. Do you remember that? All of those themes kind of went together. Well, can you tell me why we just got Eddie's guitar? And now, please remember that I was grasping for locations and places and stuff, and now we've got Eddie's trailer. So I'm gonna find a picture of Eddie's trailer and put it up right here. But let me say, as much as I'm laughing, I do think it's funny that the themes are Eddie and Eddie. If there are any Eddie haters out there, which I can't imagine there are, because who hates Eddie? Who hates Eddie Munson? But if you're out there, I think that's probably the last Eddie item in here. I'm not going to promise that. There might be something else, but what else is left of Eddie's to do? We had his guitar. We had, 2 different outfits. We had his trailer. We had his uncle. Eddie's van, I guess. Maybe I did Eddie's van. I don't think I did Eddie's van, but I don't know what else there is to do. I'm Eddied out. In all fairness, because this isn't simply a Stranger Things theme, this is connected to my fanfics. Eddie's trailer does play a big part because he and my character are platonic best friends. So she ends up over there an awful lot when, or he ends up at her place an awful lot when one of them are having, existential crisis and stuff. So an awful lot of the scenes and such end up probably with the 2 of them feet propped up on the coffee table eating ice cream or something. drinking beer and eating ice cream, as best friends do on a Friday night after D&D or something, the normal bestie stuff in the 80s. Totally normal, right? But so yeah, I mean, it is the setting it's a normal setting for me. It shouldn't be a surprise that it's there. It's just surprising that it turned up right after Eddie's guitar. What are the odds? They're sticking together, that's for sure. And I didn't even put them in there like right after the other, I'm sure. So anyway, all right, you guys, I am going to let you guys go in hopes to get this up for you and get some sleep because I have another day of work to go. And then I get a couple days off. Yay! So I hope you're having a really great weekend. And yeah, I will catch you soon. I love you. Bye, guys.